This early Oscar contender was released on September 23rd to critical reviews, eventually grossing over double its $50 million budget. Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, and Philip Seymour Hoffman star in this intriguing adaptation of Michael Lewis's 2003 book of the same name. It's about the general manager of Major League Baseball's Oakland Athletics, who attempts to use statistics and math to build a perfect team, despite having one of the smallest payrolls in the league. Going against instinct and traditional scouting techniques, Hill and Pitt's characters join forces and turn the baseball world on its head, assembling a team of apparent rejects with incredible results. This absolutely true story chronicles the rise and fall of the A's 2002 season, expertly incorporating actual game footage and audio from the big moments of a decade past. Long, static, and deliberate shots frame our protagonist as he struggles with his controversial decisions, firing player after player like they're a number in a file, all because their statistical on-base percentage isn't high enough.
Billy says he needs $225,000 for Ricardo Rincon. Okay, let me hold on 1 second, please.
Tell him I'll pay for him. But when I sell him back for twice the amount next year, I keep the money.
Okay, so Billy says he'll pay for Rincon himself, but when he sells him for more money next year, he's keeping the profit. Okay, thank you very much. We'll call you back. Thank you. Come on! Come on!
This film presents an incredibly fascinating look at the behind-the-scenes management aspects of a major American sport, and despite the drab and somewhat stilted material, does so in a very engaging way. Director Bennett Miller is to thank for transforming something as detailed and complicated as baseball statistics into a terrific 133-minute film that appeals to everyone, turning in a subtle but inspirational performance in the leading role, especially in scenes opposite his on-screen daughter. Pitt has likely earned himself his third Academy Award nomination. Meanwhile, a pre-weight loss Jonah Hill delivers an endearing performance that thankfully isn't regulated to peppy comic relief, although Moneyball does have its share of funny moments. Philip Seymour Hoffman isn't given much to say or do here, sadly, but when he does, and you'll have to excuse the pun, he really hits the ball out of the park with his limited role. The soundtrack is marked by frequent use of silence, broken by swinging bats, radio commentary, and crowd cheers, marking many of this film's transitional montages, truly delivering a scope and atmosphere otherwise missed in this behind-the-scenes baseball drama where the players and home runs unfortunately receive very little screen time. With a true-to-life outcome expected from the outset, this sports film is perhaps the first not to feature a Hollywood-style happy ending, but it is a realistic and satisfying one just the same. Moneyball. Remarkable story, confident and engrossing. Well, that's my review. Now let's read some of yours from the YouTube comments. In comes a Rate-O-Matic to score Moneyball. A cool and a great. This is a decidedly original take on the classic sports film formula, but it was missing a certain something for me to score it much higher. But let's delve deeper into what made up my final score of a 7, with Movie Night's first new feature in 2 years. I'm calling it Factor Facts, at least for the time being. These 10 criteria will help to deliver a more nuanced explanation of my rating. The flip side of the Rate-O-Matic will highlight an individual 1 to 10 score for each of the following film factors: enjoyment, story, technical achievements, acting, visuals, emotional impact on the viewer, pacing, validity, mood, and rewatch value. A brief description of each of these factors is listed below in the description for your convenience. As you can see, these are the scores I gave to Moneyball. Their sum total is averaged out to my final score, which in this case was a 7. Back to the Rate-O-Matic though, for your score, you gave this movie an 8, citing the incredible story and acting as reasons why you enjoyed Moneyball.